Hi everyone, hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into BTT, Bittorrent, the ticker's BTT versus USDT. Once again, thank you for your continued support across the channel here. Sharing is caring. I really do appreciate, honestly, I really do, all of you, every single one of you support, taking the time out to comment on the videos and obviously share them on social media and wherever, and you do want to share that. And obviously if you're a member of the Telegram group, big thumbs up to you. Just thanks for getting involved in the CoinsKid community here, and it's great to see that we're helping so many people as well, so that's fantastic. Big thumbs up all round. So hopefully now with BTT, we've had that monstrous correction there 3 weeks ago from the top, and we've just come down, and we've hopefully formed this lovely little bottom right now, and we're starting to march on. But obviously as you do march on, you will always run into resistance, and we'll show you where those levels of resistance are. The EMAs are a little bit extended, but they're a lot more healthier than they were before. There was here the vertical. Do you remember when I first took this video on? If any of you involved, I'd have said to you, don't buy big green candles, because you effectively get big red big red dildos, so to speak, and that's effectively what you've got. And I know that some of you right here, we're getting frustrated as it we're going down. Oh no, we're going to zero, and you've jumped ship. But again, like I said to you, as long as you're adhering to support, it's golden for continuation. And right now you can see you've effectively come down, you've bounced off the previous swing high, you're looking solid, you're looking good for continuation. It doesn't mean that you're going to take off in space, okay, and go to the moon immediately, or to this price prediction immediately. You may even roll back and have another retest of this EMA. But right now, if you was to get the support of EMA, look how high it is. And this is what I mean about like just being patient and waiting. This EMA's creep right up now. So if you did see another roll and it adhered to the 20 EMA, which you do see in a bull market, okay, when things are in a bull market and they're going up and back to some EMAs, especially on the 20, it's really nice and organic to see, you know, those sort of waveforms that these projects have going on for themselves, where they sort of slowly creep up like that before that massive parabolic overextension right there, because this was in danger of being too overextended and being too parabolic. Okay, it was going up so quick that it come down hard, you know, boom, see you later alligator. It's game over basically. So it's found its support basically, and it's looking really good for continuation as BTT. So it's all good. Big thumbs up to you that have held and are being patient with it basically, because if you'd have been selling, you know, down here and leaving ship, you would effectively, you know, be missing out on 92% gains right now from. And we gave you this bottom. We gave, when this was collapsing like this, we said to you, put some cheeky bids in at this particular level, and it's really easy to show you where. And I've taught you this, you know, it's swing highs. You will always see on a collapse over an extension, you'll always see it come down to a swing high as support. Loses that swing high, where's it going to go next? This swing high. Really is that simple. And you will see that, and you know, we will have more corrections in the future, just so you're aware. So keep that in your locker, okay? Remember that little lesson that I've taught you, that when you break down, and it's the same on any time frame, if you start to roll and you lose EMAs, the EMAs are your last critical level of support basically. Once you lose them, you reversing, you're going in the downtrend, then effectively look for the support off the previous swing high, and it really is that simple, which you can see you got there. So it's all great. So right now you're above the EMAs, you're looking relatively strong. I mean, look how healthy these EMAs look on the daily now. Look at that, beautiful. Look, just like you did down there. You remember when I said, you know, you've peaked, you rolled over. I remember like this. I've been doing BTT for over several weeks, 8 weeks or something like that. Regular updates. Obviously, I've not done it for a while because I've been so busy. But I do want to get back to it, obviously, because so the subscription. And I know that people there are holding it that have come to the channel. So I do always want to keep you updated. But look how much more healthy it's looking now. Look at this. These waveforms which I've spoken to you about. You know, it's beautiful to see. Look at this, like that. Lovely, lovely. Lovely. There's your price prediction right there. So you can see it. Can you see it? Because you get overextended. Get overextended, you consolidate. Overextended, consolidate. You might go up again and take off into space. Look for another level of consolidation, and that's it. But it's lovely to see that level of consolidation, and eventually, you know, this could be the start of the pop out, just like it was here. You start to pop out, come back to the yellow line, and continuation. You come out, stop, come back to the yellow line, continuation. So it's looking relatively good. The EMAs, look how nice they are squeezed together. You got that little rappel though. See the curl on the daily. Look at that little curl. See you later, alligator. I'm out of here. So fingers crossed, you can get continuation, and it does come back, and it holds this 20, because what it is, look, it goes up there, holds back the 20. You've not actually really lost the 20 as such on the daily. You've come through a little bit. You had that wick down, but look, you've never come below this 55. It's ever so strong. It's really strong. I'm not going to lie to you. It looks really, really strong for continuation. So if you can continue now to adhere to this level of support and hold it really well and bounce off this 20 and not fall through, you're looking golden. You're looking golden for continuation, okay? So just keep an eye on this particular trend right now that you continue to hold this, because if you do continue to hold the 20 like this, it's going to creep you up and you are going to start attacking these highs that you've got going on for Bittorrent. So there's not much more I can say than that, other than it's all good. It's looking relatively healthy for continuation. But right now what you've done, you've gone up and you're starting to retrace. So we'll see what levels you're retracing at, okay? So you know you've got your price prediction up there. So what you've done, you've made a top there and you've come back down from that corrective wave. And we can see exactly where you're coming down to. And I can show you your key levels of support that you can't afford to lose, because if you do, you're looking at a reversal wave, okay? So with this, what you've done, you've come up. You've basically come up off this bottom, you rolled over effectively, you start to form a new impulsive wave up. Do you see this? So effectively what you're doing, you've come down, corrective wave down, now you new impulsive wave up, and as you've gone up, you've topped just there, okay? So you've topped out at that level, and what you've done, you've fallen back down to key levels of support. You've had the wick down to the 20, the yellow line, you've held it, and now you're back up above this 050. Now if you can continue to stay above that and not go any deeper than this particular level here, then you are good for continuation. It's called retracement, okay? And it's just retracing. So you've got your impulsive wave up and then your corrective wave down, and as long as you don't fall any deeper than this, you won't form something called a reversal wave where you come back down to where you started from, because you can see if you did start to come back down there, you would start to be losing this 55 EMA. Do you see this? So that's why you can't afford to lose that key level of support right there. And I'll drop that in for you, because if you do start to see Bittorrent, BTT, close lower than that particular level, then you're potentially going to start coming down to retest where you came from. And it really is that simple. But right now, it's looking good for continuation. Not going to lie to you. You're finding a nice level of support off of 20 on the daily. Don't forget, it's a daily time frame, okay? So you're finding a nice level of support off of 20. The candles are a little bit bearish, I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of selling pressure. Look, the wicks at the top. So it's sort of selling pressure as you get up there, but you are holding a key level of support. So right now you could get the bounce here. If you hold this level of support like this, continuation, you're marching upwards and upwards, onwards and upwards into a new sort of impulsive wave, because right there I could give you a price prediction based off this Fibonacci, right? So what I'm going to do is drop this, you reverse this to where you form your low, okay, and then what you do, you put that where you form your top, and it gives you the next impulsive wave, roughly, okay? It's not an exact science, but you could now have bottomed out effectively. You could have bottomed out and you start to march on. You've come down a little bit more in a corrective wave and you start to march on and adhere to support. Like I says, don't lose this key level of support. I'll drop that in for you right now. So if you do start to see BTT lose to 20, okay, you are potentially coming back down to retest the 55, okay? So keep an eye on that. So this is a daily time frame, don't forget. So hopefully now you've bottomed out and you're sort of forming this new impulsive wave, because if you are, you'd be looking at a lovely little price prediction up here of around that, okay? So I'll drop that in for you right now so you can see. So if BTT now gets on with its next impulsive wave and gets the hell out of here, marches onwards and upwards, you could be looking at a lovely little trade here for BTT of around 38% as it slowly creeps up. But the thing is, it's not going to get there overnight, okay? It's going to run into levels of resistance, and don't forget this is a daily time frame. So that's good, because that's continuation, and that'll sort of take you back up and you approach these highs and smash these highs, and then hopefully get through this price prediction up here, which will be golden for BTT. So again, you've got your support levels in here. Do not see BTT lose this 20 EMA basically. If it starts to roll and lose the 20 EMA, then I would anticipate you're going to come back down to retest this 55, because you start forming a basically reversal wave instead of a retracement wave right there for BTT. So it all looks good, because you can see, look, the EMAs are creeping up, you're adhering to them, it all looks relatively healthy. You've kind of got the bottom out pattern here on the go, so you bottomed out and you're starting to make these higher lows, so to speak, and higher highs, marching onwards and upwards for BTT. So yeah, that's basically it. And other than that, if it starts to sort of get rejected and roll, then you're just going to consolidate for a bit. But like I said to you, it's not a bad thing, because on the weekly you're looking really healthy for continuation. So that's BTT, a little update. So far so good, holding really well. Again, just keep an eye. If you start to lose the 20, then do anticipate that the 55 is going to hold. And not financial advice, but if you do start to roll at that point and you start to lose the 20, definitely look to put some bids on that 55, because I would imagine that would be a fantastic area of support for BTT moving forward, and that would actually offer a nice little sort of bump trade, so you can jump in there and then look for a recovery, you know, a big whopping 74% trade there to carry that impulsive wave. Yes, that's BTT. Take care, everyone. Little update. So far, so good. Looking relatively bullish for continuation, but this consolidation can get a bit flat and boring. But look, you would have been bored and flat down here and getting annoyed as well. So, boom. Onwards and upwards. Take care, everybody. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.